Namaste, everybody. Sorry for being just a tad late for the class. Welcome to a foundational yoga class, and I am Aphinya. Um, I have a request from one of our fellow yogis and yoginis that he would love to acknowledge the action of the feet again, which is I love the foundation of the practice. And feet are one of the things that is, when I teach classes at the studio, people always amazed, confused, and have all kinds of the feeling with the feet just because we don't pay attention so much on our feet. However, as you all, if you have been taking class in the past 2 weeks, I actually speak a lot specifically on the feet and on the hands because for me, if your foundations are not properly aligned, the rest of the pose, even though they look okay, I feel like the chances is in the future you will end up hurting yourself, and that is something I wish that we don't come up and say to ourselves like 10, 20 years from now for us who practice yoga regularly and say that, oh, just because I'm old and we're supposed to have all of these aches and pains. In some degree, yes, and in some degree, I believe we can really maintain the health of our joints in so many ways, and one of the ways is that we should use our bone and align our body properly, and those aches and pains may not be there or less. It's hard to say because there's so many things can be a part of it. However, I'm just going to share what I know and what I practice with you as always. If you see me practice and teaching, you know what my feet look like in the studio. Anyway, find your comfortable seated position, please. And you close your eyes. Just let your hand relax onto your thighs and come back to your breath. Come back to this foundation of helping us to connect back to our inner being, our breathing, our breath. The tool that help us travel away from our thoughts into the body. The breath that help us to remember that our body is always be breathed, that the energy from the outside is filling within and nourishing us. The tool that help us go back into our own heart. Allow it to help you to expand a little bit greater when you inhale. Expand to the front, expand to the back, and expand to the sides of your body. You feel your inner space open, make room. And when the exhalation comes, you let go. Let go of that needy control. So your work is more on that allowing and respecting thing to happen when it's supposed to happen. join your hands together and bring your thumb right to your third eye. Bow deep. And we are going to chant Om 3 times together, please. Take a deep breath in. Exhale fully. Another deep inhale, please. You bow your head down to your heart. Release your hands, lift your chin, open your eyes, and just watch me quickly, please. I also don't want to turn this class into a workshop because, when you speak things in details, you can't just go on like a lecture. So I'm going to give you some information and then we move, okay? Because get you to move and stretch and twisting to me is essential. Feet. I'm going to lift my feet up. Spread your toes apart. And you press your little toe and your big toes down to the floor and lift the rest of the toes off the ground. See that? So you should look like that. You don't like you just spread your toes. I'm going to use my hand because I can exaggerate it. And you press your little toes and your big toes into the floor. What happened with these actions is that it helps your arch to engage. And we need our arch to stand on it. People who have flat feet, they have problem with the joint, like the ankle and the knee and the hips. I don't know what does that feel like, but those people need to buy some support for their arch. So it shows that the arch is really essential. And this action will help. Come up to your feet, please. Now, when we speak about the feet, the other thing that you need to do with it is the rotation of the legs, right? You have your feet parallel toward one another. That may ask you to rotate your inner thighs in slightly in order to help to make your feet parallel toward one another. And when you press them down, see, can you lift all the toes up and spread them somewhat? And then you press your big toe and your little toes into the floor. The rest of the toes, I don't want to say that they should not go down, but they are not your focus. Get it? And that action will make your arch engaged. And we need the engagement of our arch. Okay, relax us a little bit. One more time. Just shake your legs. Feet parallel, hip distance apart. Rotate your inner thighs. I'm going to turn sideways. You can see in and back slightly. And you can see my butt is going back somewhat. Engage your core. And then you lift your toes up, spread them. And you press your big toe and your little toes into the floor. Okay? Now with that, circle your neck. If you never do this action before, your feet may feel cramped and you can relax it. And you then engage that actions again. And I want you to pay attention when you do that toe pressing into the floor. Your whole legs muscle are engaged and support one another, which is essential. and change to the other direction, please. Now, with this, slowly, gradually, if you have a habit of pushing your hip forward, that's going to happen. Like you don't want that. You want to move your hip back. And while you're here, hug your shins in and push your thighs apart. And see, can you feel your big toes and your little toes are still grounded into the floor? It's really not easy if you've never done it before. But keep on trying. And then we circle the shoulder up and back. You can actually kind of move your weight from one foot to the other and still engage the feet. And you still can spread your toes. It's a new habit that some of you may have to practice. I remember when I showed this action for some of my students, and roll your shoulder forward, please. Their toes are not moving. They just don't know how to move their toes just because they never do it. And it's really hard for me to understand because I control my toe for 10 years already, so I really can just like spread them and ground them down. And people are just like, how can you spread your toes like that? Swing the body side to side, please. And we women, we love to wear shoes that really cramps the toes. There's all kinds of problems that's happening with that type of shoes that we wear. Nowadays, they have things that go between your toe to spread them because we want our bone to go back to its natural shape. Right. When it's coming to yoga practice, we engage it a bit more. So we help the muscles and the arch of our feet have its shapes after we have done it for a while. Yeah? And you stop, shake your wrist. Look at your toes again, and you can see I was like shaking my feet already. So spread them and ground your big toes and your little toes into the floor. You're going to feel that your arch is lifted, and I can feel my thighs are engaged a lot, especially on the lateral sides of my leg. I mean, I sense these muscles right here engage more than other, but the whole legs engage. Like when you not engage your feet and press it down, I mean, you can feel your legs are relaxed. And we don't want to relax the muscles completely while we work out. Heels turn in, toe turn out. Skandasana. I'm going to grab my blocks because I want to go a little bit deeper. Yeah. If you cannot go deeper, you don't go deeper, okay? So we're going to go from one leg to the others, and you go gradually. You can go a little bit at first, and then you add more, and add more. And as much as you can take it at this moment with the body. And what should you do with your toes? Spread them. And don't crunch your jaw and grip your teeth, okay? It's very interesting. Our bodies are so connected. You might use more your jaw and your neck instead of your feet, seriously. And then we're going to turn forward. Then have your left knee on the floor. Put the blanket underneath it if you need to. And we straight and bend that front leg. Now, while you're doing that, you can see your toes right away. Can you spread them? Or the other thing as well, you have to really mindful with the rotation of the legs. Like we don't want our leg to rotate in, rotate out. We want it to be in the center, that our foot end up point straight up to the sky, and our knee also go to the same direction. Okay. And carefully get the weight forward. Have the weight onto your right foot. Step your left leg behind your right leg. Bend your knees. Now you are going to straight and bend the knee. And straight and keep moving and bend the knee. While that's happening, elongate your spines more. Two more. And then inhale, straight your leg the best you can, and then exhale. Now we are going to go into the stretch. action, which means you're gonna keep extending your body down to the floor. Inhale, move away from that stretch a little bit, and exhale, go into the stretch. So you are doing your jellyfish movement right here. You go in and out. You don't need so much height. Don't give yourself a lot of height. Okay? For us who need a lot of height, we give us a lot of height. Two more. And then bend your knees, step your left leg back. Once again, pivot to the left, heels in, toes out, and you repeat the Skandasana one more time and see if you can go a little bit lower or not at all. Now I want you to move intentionally and really feel your adductor muscles elongate. And I want you to also elongate out through your spine as well, okay? Don't forget to spread your toes. Knee over the ankle. And next time when your left knee is bent, stop right there, and then you can turn to the left safely and have your right knees on the floor. And then straight and bend that left leg. And pay attention on the rotation of your left foot. Okay. Especially when you move back and your foot come off the floor, you know your toes are free. The chances you may be able to spread your toes are greater. So you can implement that action. I mean, my toes are spread all the time, so I actually don't know how to stop spreading when I'm practicing yoga. And then ground the weight onto that left foot. Go forward. Cross your right leg behind your left leg. Give your heel a little high at first. And then we bend and straight that both knees. Keep your spine nice and elongate. A couple more. Spread your toes right here. Ground your big toe firmly into the floor. And then inhale, straight the legs. Exhale, bow down. The action of the spreading the toe actually really good right here. It helps you to firm into the foundation so much greater. If you can really go down and look into your feet, can you see the action happening? Like your toes and your big toe and your little toes are grounding. Make sure that all your toes are pointed straight forward. Yeah. One more breath. And then bend your knee, step your right leg back, and then pivot to the right and make your feet parallel toward one another. Toes spread, big toe and the little toes down, knees bend, hug your chins toward one another. Push your thighs apart, stretch your leg, hips move back, chest move forward, and then exhale, we go down toward the floor. Now I'm going to give you more freedom right here. You can go straight down only if you like, or you can go side to side with the body if you want to. Some of you can have so much stretch in the adductor muscle, you can dangling your body down to the floor. You have a good chance to really work your back muscle by kind of dangling your body like a clock, side to side like that. Yeah. And have your head hang. Some of us, we don't have that opportunity yet. We can just stay high, we can go sideways and push the floor away and then stretch the opposite sides of the body. While that's happening, they'll work your feet like crazy. I don't want to say that word, like, you don't want to overwork it. You just want to work it enough. Yeah. And you can go to the other side. Yeah. Or you can just go straight down to the floor. Feel the weight. You can keep shifting your weight from, the heel to the ball and find that balance place. Feel the back of the knee. Some of you might have to bend your knee just a tiny bit. And carefully, wherever you are, we bend the knee, we turn forward. We have the left knee to the floor. We get the right knee to meet the left knee and have them together. Hand onto the floor, and we drop the hips side to side. I think the blanket is a little bit too thick for what my body needs. And we take child's pose, please. With your arm extended, and then you spread your fingers. Grab four corners of your palm to the floor, finger pads are on the floor, and then inhale, wrap your back up to the sky. Arch at the end. Cow pose, exhale, round your back up to the sky and go back toward your heel. Inhale. Cat, 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 and end at cow pose. Exhale, we go cat pose all the way to the heel. Repeat. And you keep on going. Give me 3 more, please. Come back up onto your hands and knees, and let's do a spinal wave here. Let's really stretch our back muscles. Relax your jaw. You can open and close the jaw if you want to. Or you can also kind of stop at some point when your head is hanging. You have a lot of tension there. You can just hang your head low and you just shake that. It really helps to releasing the tension. Yeah. Change the direction. Go back to child's pose, please. Let's do side stretch one more time. So walk both of your hands to the right. Open your hands as wide as you feel like your shoulder feel comfortable with it. And when you have that, inhale, breathe into your back muscles. Let it rise up to the sky gently. And when you exhale, push the floor away from you and feel the stretch along the left sides of your body. And you repeat that. And keep your head hang low. And stay connected with your breathing. Remember that your body should be moved with your breath. Inhale, breathe. Exhale, push the floor away from you. Stretch along the right sides of your body. And we do 2 more breaths here. Come back center. I'm going to go into the floor first. So crawl yourself forward onto your forearms. And we're going to get into, of course, our forearm plank pose. Okay? Remember, you can tuck your toes under and have your legs off the floor. If you feel like it's too long and too much work on your upper body strength and you cannot fight with it, you can make the length shorter by having your knees on the floor. It's going to be less work, but it's still a good work for your body in this moment, if that's what your body needs it. And you have to check you're doing the work or you're not overdo it, which means you should not gripping and crunching your jaw like crazy. Exhale, go all the way down to the floor. Extend your left hand to the left, palm facing down. Let's stretch the pec major. Have your right hand come in and turn your body opening to the right, head on the floor. Oh yeah. Other side, please. You just keep moving and you keep listening. Remember that the intensity of your stretching and your work is depend on you. You can push yourself as hard as you want to, and you can pull back as much as you want to. So please take good care of yourself. And roll back onto your belly and your chest, and you are going to come up carefully onto your hands and knee. And we go into our thread the needle. We go right hand underneath first. Option with hip stack over the knee or no, and sit onto your heels instead. Just know that the stretch will be in a different place. See if you want more on your arm stretch or more, and you feel more toward like your back stretch right here, hips over the knees. Your left hand is yours. Do whatever you want. Be safe. Carefully inhale, come up and away from the floor. You already have your left hand supporting you, so we're going to use the left side of the body as a foundation. Turn body open to the right side of the house. Right arm extend alongside the ears. Breathe into your back, inhale. Exhale. You turn your chest up to the sky. Again, inhale, breathe and feel your back kind of fill up with air. And when you exhale, elongate through your arms and your legs on that right side of the body. One more. Next exhalation, we go toward the floor. And we step the right leg forward. Go to the right slightly and also diagonal your right foot to the right. If you can ground your right foot and really press your big toes and your little toe down to the floor, that will be great. Get into the habit of doing that. Body diagonal to the left, and our job is to keep the spine nice and elongate. A lizard pose, and we get the chest down to the floor. Land your arms wherever you feel that you broaden your chest and you are supporting yourself. Inhale, come up and away from the floor. Pyramid pose. Heel toe your right foot in. Frame the front foot with both hands. Get the back knees off the floor. Now your both feet are going to be on the ground and your stand going to be attached shoulder. Right foot point straight forward. Okay. Ground the big toe down, ground your little toes down. Can you do it both feet? Lengthening your right hip back. Elongate the spine forward with the lift in your core. See that? And then exhale, here we go. The stretch is to get the chest down to the ground. One breath at a time. You can use the jellyfish movement to go into the stretch when you exhale and get away from the stretch when you inhale. Sorry. If you firm your big toe and your little toes into the floor like that, you really actually can almost like push that stretch sensation a little bit and you will be safe. Yeah. Inhale, move up and away from the floor. Bend your right knee, step your left leg back forward and stay on the ball of your left foot. We're going to go up to Highland. Right. Check your feet again. Can you press that big toes down? Now, the rotation to go into the little toe side edge of the foot will be much easier, but we are not going to do that. So you're going to stay firm in the big toe side edge of that front legs. Okay, and you come up, hug your thighs in, exhale, lunge, and kick the back heels back. Inhale, spine nice and lift, heart open, exhale, lunge. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, lunge. 2 more. Can you bring your arms up to the sky for this one? Then you hold your left wrist. If you cannot hold it, your shoulder doesn't feel good, don't do it. And then we crescent to the right. Okay. I give you both options. Don't rotate your hip to the right, keep your hip facing forward. And then inhale, come up and away from the floor. Bring your hands down to the ground. Left knee down, right leg back. Toes together, knees apart. Child's pose, please. Palm facing to the floor. Inhale, breathe. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, feel your back move up to the sky. Exhale, softening your ribs back down to the ground. And we follow your next inhalation to come to your hands and knees. Tuck your toes under, spread your fingers apart. Exhale, downward facing dog. Keep your knees bent at first and then push your chest back toward the feet. And slowly pedal your knee. Please move your feet as far as your palm, as your body need to, okay? When you inhalation, can you lift your armpits? I know. How am I supposed to lift your armpits? You can. Draw that shoulder blades up and away from the floor, and your armpits gonna go up and away from the floor, and you squeeze your shoulder blades toward one another. And when you exhale, push from your palms up all the way to your shoulder blades and send your chest back toward the feet. I know, it's complicating, isn't it? And keep pedal your knees. One day you will get it if you take this class regularly. And carefully come back down onto your hands and knees, and we thread the needle. This time, left hand's under. Just know that if you never done this action before, or you don't hear the way it described like this before, your body will feel confused at first. I have been there. I know that. Then inhale, use your right hand to help you. Get yourself up and away from the floor, and you already have your right side on the ground. You just turn your body open to the left side of the house. Use block if you need to, and then elongate the left side nice and lengthening. And we do inhale, breathe to the back. Exhale, elongate and heart open. 2 more. Last one. Exhale, facing the floor. Chest go forward, left foot go forward to the left. Spread your toes. Big toe, little toe to the floor. Knee go to the same direction with your ankle. Your body diagonal to the right. A lizard pose. hips back, chest extended. Exhale, go down to the floor. If you still need block, use them. Like you can even stay high with the highest of the block and put your forearms, elbows on it. And you have somewhat something supporting you. Some of us, we like that. You know, some of you, you don't need that and you have to support yourself. You can use your hands. However, don't overuse it, please. Check your jaws again, no gripping. No grunging. Is that the word, grunging? One more breath. And inhale, come up and away from the floor, pyramid pose. Heel to your left foot in. It's going to go right in front of the hip. Frame the front foot with both hands. You get the back foot off the floor, and then you adjust your width. You adjust the hip, square your hip toward the front edge of the mat. How do you square your hip? You're lengthening your left hip back, and you also move your right hip forward. It's going to help. Front foot, big toe, little toe down. Back foot, big toe, little toe down. Lift your core off from the floor. Elongate the spine. Hip back, chest extend forward, and exhale to the floor toward that front foot. Inhale, move away from the stretch. Exhale, move into the stretch. And repeat. Relax your jaw. Inhale, move up and away from your legs. Bend your left knee. Step your right leg further back. Square the hip. Hug your thighs in. Press that big toe side edge of the front foot into the floor nice and firm. And use that to go into your core and come off from the floor. Steadily. Exhale, lunge. Inhale, lift the heart. Arms open. Exhale, lunge. Start to move your arms up. Heart open. Exhale, lunge. Inhale, heart open. One more. And then hold your right wrist or not, and then you go sideways. Now, if you hold your wrist and you round your shoulder blades forward, please, better not doing that and really get your shoulder blades backward as much as you can. Okay. Your ribs is draw in though while you go sideways. Don't forget the chin. And then don't forget the leg after that. Inhale, come up and away from the stretch. Go to the floor. Child's pose, please. Inhale, hands and knee. Spread your fingers. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hips go back toward the feet. Now move your weight from your feet to your wrist. Inhale. Round, 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 round. Go forward as much as your wrist can take it. We're going to go toward plank, or you can do plank fully or less. And exhale, go backward. Once again. Get your hip up, up, up to the sky. You kind of wave forward and you just feel your wrist. At some point when you feel like, okay, that's it, you cannot go any further. And then you go back toward your feet again. And repeat. So you go as far forward as your wrist can take and your upper body can really carry the weight. Right. At one day in your practice, maybe you can go into full plank and your wrist will be able to flex that much. Keep on going. Two more. Last one. And then come down onto your knees. We go right leg forward between the hands. Right leg forward. Left knee come off the floor. Warrior two. Get your body off the ground. Shake your feet first. Right heel in line with your left arch. And remember to press your big toe and your little toe to the floor. When you have that, open your leg as wide as you need. Move your hip back slightly. Core is in. Elongate the spine upward. And exhale. Really push the energy down onto both legs. Okay? And inhale. Rise up the spine. Float the arms up. Exhale, lunge. Inhale, lift the heart. Always engage your core. One more. One more time. And then you can float your hand back to the floor. Push into your right leg, straight your right leg. Turn your right foot in, left foot out. Heels in line with the arch. Or your left heel can in line with your right heel. Step back onto your hips slightly. Spread your toes. Ground your big toe and your little toes into the floor. Lift the heart, shoulder blades back. Exhale. Bend your left knee and keep pressing down into your right foot still. And inhale. Energy move up the spine. You can float the arm, palm facing down. And then when you exhale, you send energy out, down the leg. Now out through your fingertip as well. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more. And then exhale. Then you push into your feet. Stretch your left leg. Turn your left foot in. Now heel toe your feet in slightly. Slightly. In. And come up standing and check your legs a little bit, please. Open your legs apart. Turn your heels in. Turn your toes out. We're going to do goddess pose here. While you're here, hand onto your thighs. Can you spread your toes? And you ground your big toes and your little toe to the floor. Okay. Now, this is going to be, some of you can open your feet further away from one another. Some of you is not. This is a tightness around your hip, your adductor. Right? Wherever your feet go, let your knee go to the same directions. Okay? Inhale, heart lift. Exhale, extend to your thighs bone. Inhale, spine elongate up to the sky. Exhale, extend to your thighs bones. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. And then push into your feet. Come off from your ankle and your knee joints a little bit. When you feel safe, turn your feet parallel toward one another. Big toe, little toe down to the floor. Stretch your leg. Hips move back. Chest move forward. Core engage and we go toward the floor. Pasarita Padottanasana. Now we are going to stretch here. Shins in, thighs out. Elongate the spine forward and downward. Keep going. Open your arms as wide as you can and go as low as your body can take you. Right. Whatever your body can do, respect that. Then you move away from the stretch, bend the knee, turn toward the front of the mat, and have your left knee on the floor. Come upright with your trunk. We are going to twist, and we are going to twist as tight as we can, if you can do it. I'm going to guide you there first. You're going to use your left elbow, place it on the outside of your right knee. Right. Now look at the foot, be really strong on the big toe side edge of your right foot. Okay? Really press that big toes down and have that little toes on the floor as well. Make sure your elbows on the outside of the knee and you can really feel they can resist one another. Have your right hand palm on top of your left hand. Open your elbows apart. Now from here, Use the strength of your arm, push into the knee, and use your knee to resist that. And draw your gut up and away from that right thigh as much as you can. And when you exhale, elongate your spine, hips back, chest forward, and start to twist. Now look at your knees again. You want your knee to still stay stacked on top of the ankle, even though you resist your elbow so much. Use enough energy that it doesn't move your knees in or push your knees out, and then you twist. Learn to use the balance of your upper body with the lower body. And you twist and you turn your chest up to the sky, right? Your belly resisting your chest. You should feel that your chest is broadened. It's really strong, everybody, I know. Exhale and twist. Left hands come down. Right leg kick back. Turn your body open to the right sides of the house again. Now we open the right groin a little bit and then stretch that right side body. It's going to feel good on the groin area here. And exhale, extend it. Child's pose, please. And come up onto the hands and knee. Then we are going to twist to the other side. Please don't take this twist lightly. This is a strong twist. You do it good, it's good. You do it's not good, it's not going to be good. Start with the foundation. Left foot point straight forward. Big toe, little toe. Fan them first and ground them down to the floor. Yeah. Get your right elbow. You see, I use my left hand kind of help me to move my thigh in at first. You can move it in at first when you hooked it, but then we have to make sure that when we use the energy of the upper body to the lower body, then our knee go back to stay on top of the ankle, okay? Your body is going to lean in and be on top of the thighs for now. But palm stack on top of one another. You can spread your fingers wide apart. Sometimes I actually use my fist on top of the palm because of the joint of the wrist. You can also do it like that. But no matter where you are, elbows apart. Press from your upper body, like from the top hand to the bottom, and you feel your elbow get pressed into the knee, and you resist with the knee, and you draw your gut up and away from that left thigh as much as you can, and you exhale, hips back, chest forward, broaden your shoulders, and then turn your body to the left. Don't forget your neck. Breathe into your back. Exhale, twist and elongate your spine. While that's happening, belly go to the floor. It's not going to go to the floor, but you're going to get your body into that direction. So your twist feel really tight and strong. Exhale, let it go. Right hands come down, right, to the floor. Turn your body to the left and kick your left leg back. Open your left groin here. Stack your hips over the knee. Belly go toward the sky direction. Heart open and elongate the left side body. Don't forget the neck as well. Elongate the spine all the way. And child's pose, please. Inhale, come up onto your hands and knees. Get your right leg to extend back and lift it off from the floor. Extend your left hand in front and up and away from the floor. Inhale, get your elbow and your knee meet beneath the belly. Exhale, extend it. 2 more. Last one. From here, bend that right knee and have the foot up to the sky. Left hand swing to the back and hold your right foot. Yeah. Kick the foot into the hands and extend it up to the sky while your chest is also go up toward the ceiling. Exhale, let it go. Inhale. Kick the foot into the hands and up, and heart is go up. Don't forget the neck. Exhale, let it go. Last one. Core's in. When you exhale, let go of the foot. Extend the arms and the legs away from one another. Get your left hand down. Get your right leg forward. Right forearms on the thighs. Left knee come off the floor and make it parallel to the back edge of the mat. Left hand onto the hip. Patsava Konasana. Move your hips back. Core's in. Turn your heart toward the ceiling and have your left hands over your head. Don't forget the neck, nice and long. And you're going to push that right forearm off from the thighs, warrior two. Bring your bodies up, palm facing down. Exhale, lunge. We're going to move past the warrior two quickly. Then turn your right palm up toward the sky. Inhale, reach your right arm up toward the ceiling. And we do reverse warrior. Exhale, extend to the back. Ribs is in and long spine. One more breath. Then inhale, move up and away from the extension to the back and stretch your front leg. We're going to go Trikonasana. Look your feet one more time. Make sure your alignment is great. Front heel, back arch or back heel. Big toe, little toe to the floor. Extend your body forward. Inhale, Trikonasana, triangle. Exhale, windmill the arm, and you turn your body up toward the ceiling. Okay. Feel the back of the kneecap. Your front leg, you can bend the knee slightly if you have to. Slightly, okay, not a lot. And you keep your body elongate, 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 and go to the floor. Some of you might have to open your legs wider. Okay. Use your feet, don't use your knee in this pose, and then bend the front knee. Come down to the floor. Child's pose, please. Rest and breathe. Let it go. Let it be. Other side, come up onto your hands and knees. You can have your left, is it right? Yeah, left palm flat into the floor or make a fist. I really love the fist. That's why you see me doing that. Either way is a good. Whatever feel, of course, right to your body at this moment, do that. So we go left leg, extend back and up. Like when you lift your left leg, lift your core as well, and then you get your right arms extended forward. Inhale, elbow and the knees meet beneath the belly. Exhale, extend it. Relax your jaw. 2 more. This one, bend your left knee, foot go up to the sky, right? Your right hand. When you swing your right hand back, push the floor away from you. Don't sink into the ground. Extend your body up and away from the floor there. And then you hold your left foot with your right hand. Inhale, you do 2 things at the same time. Foot go back and up, and heart go forward and up. Core in. Exhale, let it go slightly. And then kick, inhale. Exhale, let it go. Check with your lower back, like don't let it get hurt. Last one. And when next exhale come, extend your arms and your legs away from one another, core in. Right hand down, left leg forward. Left foot point straight forward right away and ground into the big toe and the little toe firmly. The big toe side is nice and firm. Left forearms on the thighs. Okay. Right foot parallel to the back edge of the mat. Front heel in line with your back arch. Get your right hand to the hip. Move your hip back. Course in. Exhale. Elongate that leg. Elongate the spine. Right arm is overhead. Make sure your left knee is over your left ankle. Extend side angle pose here. One more breath. I know it's strong. Everybody, warrior two. Come off from that side angle and get your body upright. Work both feet, remember. Left palm up to the sky. Inhale, keep elongate the left side body. Go as far back as you can. Legs are still nice and strong. One more breath here. Keep your hips stay back. And inhale, you come up and away from the back. Stretch your left leg, hug your thighs in. Exhale, extend your body forward. Now really press those big toe and your little toe into the floor. Really work your ankle. Turn your body diagonal up to the sky. Okay. You want to soft that front knee just enough that you feel what is working is your feet, not the joint, not your knee joint, okay? Also, even the back leg is the same thing. You should feel that the majority of the work is actually at your ankle and your feet. And the rest is in your muscles in the legs, not at your knee joints, and come away from that and take child's pose, please. And breathe. From here, we are going to do pigeon pose, right leg forward. You can do it with your back on the floor and have your right ankle above your left knees, okay? The right leg, when it's go forward, we get the shin forward. What do I mean by that is that you bend at the knees, right? And then as you can see, I actually use my upper bodies a little bit. It's not a little bit right now. And bend the knee and get the shin down. Yeah, there. Ankle your chin with the front edge of the mat as parallel as you can handle the stretch. Okay? And even right here, click the toes into the floor. Tuck the back toes under at first. Pick the ankle of that front chins that work for you. You just have to listen to your knee joints and your ankle joints. Right? And walk the back heels back. Yeah. When you walk the back heel back, send the whole hip also backward. Yeah. You're going to feel that the right hip is broadened. That broadening of the hip is really, really important. And then core is in when you fire that ankle and you know that that's it. And then you go into the stretch by get your body toward the floor. I don't want you to sit on your right hip. I want you to be in the center. And actually, the front leg, your chin is carrying your weight. And breathe. I'm just gonna shift it a little bit, stay there. If you're okay with that. If you don't know what I mean to do the other options, to be on your back and have your right ankle above the left knee, it looks like this. Now this is much more forgiving to the knee joints and the ankle joints. If you already have a tension, the tenderness in these joints and need to be mindful of, this will be a better option. And we're just going to shift to the other side. If you're in pigeon, just carefully use your upper body a bit, then push it, lift the core and get your legs out. Let the knee meet and drop your hip side to side 2-3 times. If you're on your back, it's just easy. And you go to the other side. Your front foot, now when you fan your toes, the top of the toes will be on the floor. Right? You still have to engage them. Why is that? Engaging your toes, it makes your leg muscle firm. We want that firmness for the muscle to protect themselves and for them to be stretched effectively and not getting hurt. Carefully inhale, come up and away from the floor. Right. Take a seat. Now we're gonna meet one another in a seated pose. If you're on your back, please help yourself to come up from the floor and get yourself into seated wide legs apart. Maybe shake it a little bit at first. Relax the muscle. You can go, when you really tighten your hamstring, adductor, and the hips, the action that will help to kind of move the muscles a little bit so you can align your back and the spine much better is to go into the thighs here and you rotate your thighs in and out. Go into your sitting bone, you can feel your sitting bone there. Ischium tuberosity, is that right? Yeah. And just rotate it in and out. So you really feel, that is gonna make you feel kind of, you rock forwards a little bit. It help, that action, it helped to broaden the legs. And you can really growl, look at my toes, spread them, press the big toes and little toes away, and elongate the spine up. So you engage the legs muscles always. Okay. And then stretch by get your body forward and to the floor. Even though right here my body go forward, I still push my weight into my sitting bones. I don't want to lift my hip off from the floor. Yeah. So keep stretching, keep stretching. Inhale, come up and away from the floor. Right arms overhead. Exhale, side stretch to the left. Pasarita Upavista Konasana. You can have your hand behind the back of the head if you want to. Your left hand here, places anywhere. Anywhere that you feel you're supported. Anywhere that you don't feel that you round your shoulder. Okay. Don't forget that you still spread your toe. Inhale, come up and away from the floor. Other side. I really love my hand, the back of my head, because the stretch is more intense. Okay. Inhale, come up and away from the floor carefully. Move away from the stretch a little bit. You can hold the back of the knee. Foot forward, feet together, knees apart. Supta, supta. Butterfly pose, please. Is it Upavista Konasana? Now I cannot think. Carefully lean back. And we're going to extend the legs forward. Let me give you some core exercise a little bit here. Since I didn't get a chance to do it earlier. Extend the legs, spread your toes, spine elongate, exhale, roll back as far as you can. That's your core here. Come up. Then we go to the hamstring, go forward, exhale. Repeat. Know that the challenge in your hands, do it wisely, do it respectfully. You want to get something out from your practice, right? But you don't want to hurt yourself. I need 5 more. That's 2 for me. 3. Breathe. 4. 5. Come up. And we're going to roll all the way down to the back. Use this one last chance to just challenge your core until you find the floor. Yeah. And then when you're there, hug your knees in, rock side to side. Happy baby. Feet up to the sky, knees bent. Cross your right knee over your left knee. Fan your shins apart. Hold the shin, the ankle, or the feet itself. And then arch your back. And then pull your foot closer to yourself. Balance that energy at the same time. Shoulder blades back. Spread your toes. Make sure your joint safe. Switch, please. And you arch your back. Fan your feet apart. Draw it in toward you. Let it go. Feet together, knees apart. Supta Baddha Konasana right here. And we go from here to bridge pose. So carefully. Get your knees up, feet to the floor, hip distance. Now ground into the big toe side edge. Spread your toes. Like big toe, little toe to the floor. Press down to the feet, hip lift. Extend that feet away from you, which means you're going to extend the thighs away from you. And get your shoulders under. Remember that the chin is lift slightly. Elongate the spine. Like head go out, hips and knee go the other direction. Don't fan your knees apart, please. Feel like they hug in and point straight back. One more breath. And then slowly bring your hips down to the floor. Bring both knees to the chest and then drop them to the right. You can use your right hand. Place it on top of that left knee And then relax completely. Allow your left shoulder to be on the floor. With each exhalation come, you just let the body to sink deeper into the ground. Just allow the knowledge that you try to learn so much in your brain be in your body. Embody it. Don't think about it. Come back up center. Bridge pose one more time, please. Lift the hip, shoulder blades come toward one another. Elongate the spine. Deep breath. Exhale. Slowly come back down to the ground. Both knees come to your chest. Drop them to the left. Right shoulder to the floor. Eyes closed. Breathe deep. And carefully come back up center. We grab the block, place it underneath the sacrum. You also can push yourself to the wall and put your leg up against the wall if you want to, have something to support you in the back, okay? Make your house as a house that's supporting you to really get the best practice out. Here we go. So we go into a passive inversion. And you allow the gravity to do its works. You be there. You receive. You let go. Shavasana.